Listen up, bro. You need to stop living life for other people. Let me repeat that. You need to stop living life for other people, because as humans, it's natural for us to care about what other people think, right? Because that's the way we survived in the past. We needed to be part of a tribe, and being kicked out, that probably meant death for us, because as humans, we're not much by ourselves, and it's natural to want to be accepted by other people. But the thing is, you can't sacrifice your dreams and your goals and things that you genuinely want to do, and just sacrifice your whole individuality just to impress other people who you really don't care about and really don't care that much about you. You need to detach from the identities and the perception that you have of what other people think of you. You need to be able to detach from that and live your own life. Do the things that you actually want to do. Because in our modern day, pretty much everyone is living for everyone else, right? Everyone is trying to impress other people, whether that be through social media or real life. Everyone's trying to get the approval of others because it feels good, right? But that doesn't mean you should sacrifice everything you want to be and everything that you're working towards in your life, because if you don't live life for you, you're not going to be fulfilled. You can't live life just because you think other people think you should live like that, and you want compliments from those other people doing things that you think will get them your validation and their approval, when you're not actually nourishing your own soul and you're not actually doing things that are bringing you fulfillment. Because no matter what you do in life, people are going to talk about you. That's the way life is. People are going to have their opinions. People aren't going to like you. People are going to think what you're doing is stupid, cringe. They're going to have ideas of what you should be doing with your life. But the thing is, you can't sacrifice what you want just because they have opinions of you. You can't let that control you, because what is that going to benefit from you? What is that actually going to give you for benefit? If you don't do the things that you want to do just because you're scared of what other people will think of you for doing it, one, it's not going to benefit them any, because honestly, they probably really don't care about it that much, about what you're doing. And two, you're going to be doing a disservice for yourself and possibly all the other people that you could be helping, simply because you're scared of the opinions that other people are going to have for you. And I understand that it's hard to stick out and do something different and something that goes against the norms of what other people think you should be doing, whether it's a career path you want to go down, or producing a certain kind of art, or doing something that you're going to be judged for. You need to be willing to detach from the identity that these people are placing on you. And it's hard to stop caring what other people think of you when you're doing these things. When I was first starting to put out music, I was so nervous of what other people were going to think of it. And even sometimes when I was writing, I wouldn't do certain things or write certain lyrics because I'm like, oh, what is that person going to think of this? And like, oh, what if that person doesn't like it? And what if my friends who play music don't like this bridge or something? But the thing is, they don't live your life. You are the only one who knows what's really going on up here and knows what you want your life to look like. What kind of things do you want in your future? What kind of life do you want to live? And you can't sacrifice that just because you're scared of what other people are going to think of you for doing that. Now, with that being said, it's hard to overcome those emotions, because when we have someone, whether it be a close friend of ours or a family who's we know is like judging our stuff that we're playing and like chatting shit to other people about it, and just kind of presenting themselves and just kind of talking about stuff that we make, or whether it be like other people in our lives who are judging what we make in a negative way, then it can be kind of hard on our mental state and be kind of hard to keep going. But the thing is, you learn to deal with that as you keep going. It's easy to be embarrassed in the beginning, but you can't hold yourself back and think, oh, I won't start until I don't care what other people think of me. Because to be honest, you're always going to care what other people think of you, because that's just human nature. It's natural to care about what other people think about us and care about the other perceptions that people have of us, because if we didn't, then we wouldn't actually ever develop relationships that are important to us. but you have to be willing to know that the more you do it, the easier it becomes to deal with being judged or deal with having people talk about things that you do, because you just get used to it. You get used to the process of people just talking about things you do. And if it's something that you're genuinely fulfilled in and something that brings you peace and happiness and something you genuinely like, that should inspire you to do it more and do it better. To have people talking about your stuff and to be like, oh, they do this thing and it's really cringe. That should make you want to do it more if it's something that you genuinely love to do. And the other thing with this is the more that you do something you love, and even if it's something you're afraid to do, it's naturally going to push away the people who don't need to be in your life and bring the people who you actually resonate with and you're actually going to get along with a lot better than those other people. It's going to bring those people in and bring the other people out. That's called polarization. It puts people to different sides, because if you're always staying in the middle and just not being authentic to yourself and trying to please everyone, then one, your relationships aren't really going to be that much quality, and two, people aren't really going to like you that much because you're trying to please everyone and you're not being authentic. If you can stay authentic to yourself, you're going to polarize people, and those relationships are going to be so much better because you're being authentic to yourself. And the relationships that you didn't need over here anyway are going to be pushed away. And yes, they might hurt a little bit in the beginning, but give it a month and you won't really care what those people think of you anymore. And you're just genuinely going to be a lot more fulfilled because you're being authentic to yourself. And the other thing to understand is people who are kind of like the gossip type and always talking about other people's business, one is usually because those people, one, they don't have a lot going for themselves in their own life, because they're always busy. If they're always busy with other people's business and talking about like, oh, this person did that and this person does this, they don't really have much going for them in their life. And two, those people are normally the most insecure. They're just better at hiding it because they're just projecting things that they're afraid to do and things that they're insecure about onto you and judging you for doing things that you're secure about. And you actually have the balls to go and do something or be different than other people because you actually want to and you're authentic to yourself. The people who judge you the most are doing so because they're scared to be authentic to themselves. They're scared about what their friends are going to think if they go do that thing, because they're just afraid to take those steps. So they project that insecurity onto you, because most people don't want to see you elevate. Most people don't want to see you go to that place where you want to get to because they're comfortable down here, right? They don't want to see other people elevate because they think they're up here. So when they see someone who's actually elevating to that spot, they want to bring them back down, and they don't want to see you grow, and they don't want to see you become who you're actually trying to be, doing something that's genuinely fulfilling to you. So naturally they want to bring you down here. That's just the way the world works. But you need to be willing to just keep going, because all in all, those people don't really have that much control over you unless you dictate that control and you let them have that control. The more that you try to break away from these limiting beliefs that you have on yourself, the more that you'll be able to actually become more authentic and find more fulfillment and improve your relationships in your everyday life. With that being said, if you don't know already, my name is Colby Wallace. I'm an 18-year-old artist from Canada, currently traveling in New Zealand. If you want more videos on how to improve yourself and want to hear some of my original music, you might as well subscribe. Not sure what you're waiting for. It's a win-win for you, and it's a win for me. You get to see some cool content, and the support really helps me out, and it just means a lot to me. If you want to join our free community on how to beat your social media addiction and break away from your phone, a free community with a link for that is in the description. If you want to hear my original music, also in the description. And with that being said, never stop creating, my friend, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.